Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome back to the Strompcast, episode 237. Huge win to start this. Well, not huge, but a decent win against Rio Ave to start off the title defense on the right foot. I am joined by two of three of my compatriots. Sam Fonseca abandoned us this week. How dare he go on vacation?
In the motherland currently.
He's in the motherland in ends. In Mangualde.
If any Portuguese listeners are speaking, my man is always thirsty and will accept minis and super box at any time.
Yeah, he will trade favors
in the central region.
In the central region.
If you are in and around the ends of Mangualde, check out a pasty white English boy by the name of Samuel Norris Fonseca. Yeah, give this government. But I am joined by two of my good pals. First, we have my fellow Canuck, Mr. Danny Saldana. Danny, how you doing today?
Feeling good, feeling great. Like you said, I think it's a big win. It's a big response. Yeah. We'll get more into that, though, of course. But yeah, feeling good. Forgot to do this real quick here. Not that it's important anyways, but
yeah. Big win, but also a Jonathan disaster class, kind
of. Shout out, Jonathan.
Shout out to my boy, Jonathan. We all know what Jonathan. Next up, we have my American brethren, Chris. Chris, how you doing today?
I'm good, man. I guess, the Supertaça is behind us now. Into the league. One of our rivals dropped points even to make it even better.
Psycho.
So, yeah, we are in fourth place right now.
I'm sure the standings will stay just like that. Santa Clara on top.
And Benfica's in the relegation playoff right now.
I'm sure Santa Clara's title challenge will be quite impressive.
Porto's ahead.
Yeah.
But yeah, lots to play for. 33 weeks to go. But yeah, I like the way we started it.
Hey, you gotta start somewhere, right? Mm-hmm. So, all right. We don't have goal point today. Danny's going to pull up an alternative because goal point is down. And if you've watched us for long enough, you know that in these parts, usually goal point is gospel. So we're going to be a little critical of some of these potential ratings we're about to see, Mr. Saldana, if you're able to pull them up. Mm-hmm. So here we go. The lineups were as follows for Sporting. We had Kovacevic starting in goal, a back line of Eduardo Quaresma, Diomande, and Inacio. The fullbacks of what are you doing? What are you doing?
Something accidental.
I don't know what you touched.
Get away from here.
They got invisible.
Damn, brother.
Okay, don't touch nothing.
People
who are just listening are like people who are just listening to this and have no idea what's going on. So you're going to be hella confused. Midfield of Morita and Hulman with Giovanni Kenda and Jenny Katamo as the fullbacks. Interesting choice. Pot, Trincao, and Jokeres as the front three. Pot with 2 goals, Jokeres with a goal. And then we look at the Rio Ave lineup. Jonathan with a disaster class, 4.5. He was not good.
But that's like a 3.5.
That's like a 3.7 through. That's like a 3.5 through 7 on goal. Right? And then I'm not even gonna bother reading the rest of these guys. They're all scrubbed.
Just really quickly, let me give a quick shout out because my name is Daniel Moraes Saldana. I just want to give a quick shout out to my cousin Tiago Moraes, number 11. That's not actually my cousin, but that's the story we're going with here, please.
Good, because if people ever ask me if I'm related to Ruben Neves, I'm like, oh fuck that guy.
No, you are. You are.
Oh, no, it's on. If I run into Ruben,
you're his brother in my eyes. Ruben and Richard Neves, bro.
If I ever run into that guy and ends, it's on site. Bro, better know sign language. All he's gonna see is freaking hands. I'll start with you, Danny. What'd you think of the game? What'd you make of the game? Because I'm not gonna be able to add much. I was actually on my way to see my girlfriend. Had to listen to the Relato on the radio, so I had to kind of slum it a little old school for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean. Game was pretty good. I mean, dominated from, it's on our end from start to finish, I would say, minus a blunder that, it's frustrating to concede, especially how we conceded, especially considering how the week prior, some of our goals against Porto were. So I feel like a lack of concentration is going to be our biggest downfall this year. At least that is from the start so far. But a dominating performance from Sporting. I mean, Pot, like you said, with the brace, but like you also said, Jonathan, especially on the second goal, sort of gifted him the ball, sort of passed it right to Pot. Still a hard finish from Pot. He like kind of chipped it over him.
That's
Perfect.
a nice finish.
Really well placed. Like, it is a very well placed shot. Right
Exactly.
under the crossbar. Like, that's tough even if you're in position to stop.
Exactly. So yeah, but Pot starting off the season, a funny statistic that I think they told Pot right after the game. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the last 4 league starts, Pot has been the first goal scorer in them, in all 4.
Really? That is
which
an
is
interesting stat.
Yeah.
Super stat or meaningless number? What do you say, Danny?
Super stat in my eyes, because it's my
Alright.
boy Pot. If it was Renat Sanch, it would be useless. But yeah, no, solid game from Pot. I thought Pot played very well. Obviously, after Gyökeres from start to finish too. I thought maybe he was going to get subbed off at some point. Pot got subbed off fairly early. I mean, mind you, it was already 3-0, but fairly early. He was saying that he was feeling some sort of pain on his foot, so something to monitor there. A few early injuries, it seems. But
it turns out Trinkel wasn't injured at all.
Yeah, also, exactly.
No,
he apparently
not
had
hurt.
surgery the night before. But
That's
starting
fucking-
lineup right away.
that
Love it.
4-hour recovery time.
Crazy.
Crazy.
Whatever surgery he got.
They gave him that.
need
They is Puyo magic spray. That's what they did.
Yeah. Whatever surgery he got, hey, Canada has free healthcare. I'm hoping I can get it for free, because that shit. He looked decent. He wasn't that bad this game, especially compared to Porto.
I felt all the front three looked really well this game. I think they all looked great.
I mean, the whole team played well because, again, we were dominating possession for the most part. They really didn't have anything. Who scored gave Genia 6.6 and Inacio 6.4, which I find kind of crazy. Like, they didn't really do anything.
I'd have swapped.
Egregious.
Yeah.
Kureshma, I thought, again, he's been playing very well. He's been shocking me a bit. I thought our backline was going to... I liked Kenda as well. Kenda looked good as well.
They gave him an 8.
Gave him an 8.0.
I don't know. So in goal point, he probably would have got like a 7.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe not even maybe like a 6 something. Yeah. But an 8.0. I thought he played very well. Again, like I was saying, Kureshma, he's been shocking me a bit because I haven't been expecting him to play this well. But so far so good.
I haven't even expected him to start.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, I was
just expecting a Diomande, Inacio, DeBast.
Yeah.
I mean, up until like 3 weeks ago, I was expecting a Diomande, Inacio,
and then I saw in Record, or I think it was Record, or maybe it was a ball that the Boston Diomande are battling for a spot.
They're kind of the head-to-head boys.
So Eduardo just is the starter.
He's just the starter. Good for him, I guess. What a story. Yeah, and then he'll be not started for a week, and then he'll be started again because St. Juice will get a hangnail or swallow a bug or something, and that'll knock him out for a month.
Yeah. And my only real complaint is, like I said, like I alluded to in the beginning, the goal that we gave up was just so cheap that it's already kind of a common theme within Sporting already this season. And I mean, other than that, Kovacevic, Vladan hasn't had any sort of work to deal with this game. So I mean, nothing that I can remember.
They literally barely reached the goal.
Exactly. Yeah. So we can only judge him off what he's doing currently, and I mean, I can't blame him for the goal. To be fair, I can't blame him. But,
this one was just kind of dumb defending for the most part. Like, could have just. I won't say completely hung him out to dry, but they didn't do him the favors they could have.
But I say that by saying better keepers, they put a hand to it or something.
They almost get there. They make you believe. They make you believe for a half second,
But the defenders got cooked. But yeah, that's really it on my end there.
Fair enough. Chris, what have you got to add to this thrilling encounter?
I was just very happy to see us just honestly completely dominate them. Leave no doubt. This was a performance where I never for 1 second thought that Rio Ave had a chance, was going to start cooking something up, was going to have a spell. Nothing. Just completely ran them over. Individually, like the performances to highlight, I think are the front three. Kenda probably
Mhm.
And I guess the back three was pretty good for most of the time, except for the very end, right? But I mean, otherwise, there's really no complaints for me. Gyökeres ran him ragged.
As he does.
Nice. That's a really nice finish from Pot. Honestly, underrated finish. Dude only passes into the goal. Does not score with his laces. Every goal is with his instep. Legend for that. But yeah, I honestly have no complaints here. I think a road trip to Madeira will probably be more difficult.
Mhm.
And if these guys don't get their shit together, I think they could find themselves in the conversation for going down. But obviously, a long way to go.
They've been a bit of a yo-yo team the last.
They've
decade,
been
too.
hanging out in 14th for a couple years now.
Yeah, they've been one of
And
those teams that's
I mean, it's one game, but
flirted with it for a
I mean,
while.
they were atrocious. So probably have 3 managers. So
Oh,
that's what
Braga's
every team.
Braga's
does.
already gone through 2.
I
and
know
one game
that's
in.
ridiculous, dude. They're
What the hell
savages for
happened?
that.
We'll get to
I
that
love
in a
it.
bit, but what the hell happened there?
I love it.
Crazy. Yeah, I've got very little to add to this personally. Like I did watch the highlights and caught like a little bit of the like actual like extended stuff. But yeah, good to see O'Kara's on the score sheet with a not his best goal, but a goal. Potts' goal was kind of get to him by Jonathan, the one where he kind of chips in, but it's really well placed. I thought Kendall was really good from the highlights I saw. He was just zipping around. Yeoman was good. First kind of league game as captain. Didn't really set a foot wrong. Marita was just kind of Marita. He was just average. He wasn't bad. He was just kind of there. Didn't do anything amiss. Which is fair. Like if your like worst game is you just didn't play holy crap amazing, but you were just kind of good. Like I'll take it. Backline was pretty good, save for like the one stupid shaky moment near the end. And not much to add on Kovacevic. Like he's kind of hung out to dry on the goal. It was good that they bounced back. It was good that they dominated the way they did. It could have been 4 or 5 easily, I think. I think the scoreline kind of flattered Rio Ave a bit. I'm just reading King Gums. I find we're lacking experience in defense and that someone's to work up talks for Grievous. I'm not wishful Ronaldo would come back for one last dance at this point.
It is embarrassing to concede a goal to these guys.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
30-0 and just to give away a free goal like that. Like that is
I will say,
Yeah.
I do, and we mentioned this on the last show, that the fact that it is a young backline, there is no like requisite old guy like Kovac to kind of settle things down. Maybe that played a factor again a little bit in this match.
We need to get like a Fidal level signing.
Yeah.
They need to get a guy who's like late 20s,
like a 3.5 million euro 32-year-old.
They need to get a guy who's
probably,
just
but
they won't.
It'd be cool if they did.
It'd be a lot cooler if they did. Yeah, they need a guy who's like not like old, but like 28, 29, like has been around the block a little bit, just to kind of fill that gap of experience, because they really don't have anybody at that level.
Yeah. I'll tell you one thing: Coates would not dive into the tackle like Diomande did for this goal.
Well, no, he'd lose a leg.
Lose a leg, but he would also stand them up. He would know, like, what are you gonna do from this angle? You're not. What are you gonna do? Shoot?
Yeah,
at the near post, and my keeper.
Coates would have said to him in Spanish, like, "What, you think you're about that life? Go on, you aren't. You ain't hard."
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, he would stand his ground, and I thought, I mean, Diamante's a great defender. I just thought like maybe his IQ would be a bit more up there yet, when it's just not there quite yet, I guess. But
yeah,
he'll get the experience at least this year, so we'll see. But
I mean, I think him and Inacio are kind of going to be seen as the new main leading men for the defense, so they're going to have to adapt kind of quickly to being the de facto elder statesman on this team in terms of at least on the
We
defensive
talked
side.
about on before that Diamande has a Frangu in him.
He has
Mhm,
a brain
mhm,
fart every
He has
so
the
often.
He in him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
just has he has his
And
moments.
it can strike at any moment.
Yeah, it is very much a possibility with him at any given time. He is he is such an enigmatic player because he'll do like 5 great things in a game, and then he'll do one really weird kind of dumb thing. You're like, where the hell did that come from? And you're just left confused. Danny's pulling up the goal point sort of statistics on their Twitter. Yeah, decent game from Trincao. I thought he played well. Like didn't get a goal, but like he looked great in preseason. He looked
couple
great today.
shots.
Yeah, yeah. We have also said the last couple years, second half of the season, Trincao was a thing. So even if he is a little slow to start the season, if he gets to the second half of the season like he did last year, and again just goes kind of crazy and turns it on, especially if they're like pushing in multiple competitions, that's not the worst thing. Because this is a team that has shown in the last year that they can get goals from a little bit of. I mean, obviously, Joker has scored a bajillion goals last season, but they can get a lot of goals from a lot of different places. Like Pot is good for 20 goal standard a season.
Yeah,
like
he is in all comps.
like,
Yeah, he is.
At least in all comps, he's usually good for about 20, if not more. You'll probably get between 20 and 40 from Jokeres this season if he's anything like last season. Then Cal will probably give you double-digit goals. We know Hillman's got some bangers in him.
I like how Record proudly declared that he's staying today.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. I was a little surprised. Shall we get into transfer rumors, or would we like to get into league predictions to show the folks at home where we stand after the first official?
We could just do the predictions first. I feel like
yeah. Let's do that.
I'm going to present my screen in a moment. For the folks at home that are listening on audio after the fact, you're just gonna have to tune into YouTube. So
let me just quickly say though, because we have some goal point ratings.
Yeah,
Potts, who got a 9.1 at who score, just
8.3
on goal point.
So roughly
Jokeres,
not quite a point down.
Jokeres was an 8.1 at who scored, got a 7.0.
Yeah.
Caneda an 8.0 in goal point, and he got
interesting.
On who score, he got a 7.9 on goal point. So
okay.
Yeah, close. That
interesting.
Was the closest one.
Interesting. All right.
7.2.
The Kenda really balls.
The Kenda hype train coming through as I'm sharing my screen here. So here is where we stand after 1 week. We didn't score any points the first game, the Supertasa, but Danny with pretty solid. So Danny had Potts ×2. He also had a Jokeres goal, so he got a point for each of those, plus for getting the right result of a Sporting win. Chris with 2-1, he gets a point. He gets 2 points for the goal scorers. He had Pot and Jokeres as well. He also gets a point for the correct result. I had the exact scoreline, so I get a point for the result. I got 2 points bonus for the score for getting the exact scoreline. I only had 1 goal scorer though, and I regretted it as soon as I was like driving. I'm like, I should have put Pot even before the game started, but I was like, it was too late. And then Sam getting 2 points. He had Jokeres, and he had the win. So he got the points for that. So right now, as we stand, Danny and myself tied at 4 apiece. Chris at 3, Sam at 2. Our next match is in Nacional. It will probably I haven't checked the forecast. I don't think I need to. It's probably going to downpour. It's Madeira.
No,
it always
usually
rains.
in the summer, Madeira is not that bad.
If it rains on Saturday, I'm texting you so hard and be like, "It's
weather."
I'm saying usually.
Funchal. Weather.
We're looking at what, Saturday?
Saturday, so it's the weekend.
You guys do see.
We do Celsius in Canada, so
showing sun.
Saturday
sunny.
All right,
30
degrees
and
Celsius.
30 and sun.
30 and sun. So I'm gonna put my predictions. I can put yours in as you say them. So I'm gonna say a 3-0 win. I'm gonna put Pot and Jokeres ×2.
Mm-hmm.
Danny, I'll start with you. What are you predicting for Saturday's game against against Nacional. And King Gongs, we will be getting to transfer rumors in a minute. I see your we see your comment, and we're here for the people. Don't you worry.
I want to do how did they finish this week? They were a 1-1 draw to Ave. So I'm gonna go with a 2-0 wins. Excuse me.
2-0, and your goal scorers.
And two teams promoted playing each other. The fuck.
Crazy.
Tugao, baby.
Got the fresh ass Studio.
Tugao, baby.
And Jenny.
And Chris, what are you thinking for this titanic meeting of the minds?
I'm going to take a 2-1.
2-1 again? He's gone 2-1. Who's your scorers?
Trincao and Yokeres.
All right. All right, and then Sam will have to either do his on his own or just forget. We won't be upset if he forgets, but don't tell him we said that. All right, that is predictions, but we also have fantasy to get to. That's right. All Things Alvalade has a fantasy league, and we're going to run through the standings real quick. I'm not going to go through everybody's team. I'll just go through the names and who's leading and who's got some catching up to do.
I wish this thing had an app though, because
this thing does not have an app and it stinks. So in first place we have Diamantes in the rough, followed by Amorim's Army at 83 and 82 respectively. That's me. You're Amorim's Army or Diamantes in the rough?
I'm pretty sure I'm Amorim's Army.
All right, then we have the name of all names.
How many do we have?
We have a total of 28 people.
Okay, bottom 4 is the relegation zone.
Bottom 4 is the relegation. So we have what in the triple X tartation. We have hashtag Campeão. We have Brinhas de Festa and Guardiolismo, followed by Boost for St. Just the Ghost of Adan, Amorinismo.
I'm in the drop zone right now. Actually.
You're in the drop zone. I am in 18th at Hakuna Marita is at 18th. It's really tight from here. That's the thing. It just takes one monster week. We have some interesting. I just want to go through some of the names. So we have the Legend. Pot of Gold is a pretty obvious one. De Bastarown, I believe, is Sam Fonseca, so good on him. Nuno Santos, Psychologist, is a great name.
Fire.
Bento's Beauties, fuck Paulo Bento. And then at number 3, this is just a word.
It's so long.
So long.
Tenho de limpar os lotos do meu armário. That's fire.
Tenho de limpar os lotos do meu armário is whoever you are. That is the word salad of fantasy sports names. I just want you to know that is so many words. I've sent texts that aren't that long.
How is that not over the limit?
Their limit must be so long. But that is where we stand. So the top 3 is Diamantes in the Rough, Amorim's Army, and Tenho de Limpar os Lotos do meu armário. And that's kind of just multiple groupings of drop-offs then after game week 1. So we'll update. We'll check in every week or so and see where we're at and kind of go from there. But that is where we stand in the fantasy. We have some interesting transfer rumors to get to. Danny, I'll let you start. Which one do you think you want to lead off with? Because we got like 3 or 4 crazy rumors. Between yesterday and today.
I'd say the main man here.
The main man here.
Maximiliano Arujo.
Teammate of our brethren Paulinho, and I'm not talking about the Rupai.
Current teammate, at least.
Current teammate of.
I know. I've actually seen him play like 7 times this summer. Mm-hmm. I've been scouting him all summer.
And what are your thoughts on this?
I've been very impressed with him. To be honest,
okay.
I'd like to see how. I mean, obviously, moving to Europe is an increase in the level in the Champions League, etc. People. I think Liga Portugal, he'll be fine.
Okay.
For sure. He's very dynamic. Like playmaker, winger type player. Good dribbling, like good foot skills. Got the long shot in him. To be honest, like it's kind of crazy that like the Portuguese media never picked up on this one, and Sporting was either able to negotiate this one completely behind the scenes without it leaking out at all, or this deal completely just escalated Actually, there's a third possibility. This deal completely escalated over the course of like one day before it could even leak out, and just like got done in a day. And Sporting was like, "Yeah, we'll pay 14 million. Okay, boom, done." Which never happened. So if that happened, that's crazy. Or obviously, just like it's completely fake, which I don't think is true because I feel like that would have come out by now as well.
Yeah.
So I'm led to believe that it's real. Our friends, Toluca, our brothers in business. It's been nice doing business with you. You take Paulinho, we'll take your best player. Deal.
Yeah, say less. Right? Like I'll
second
take
best player though now because Paulinho has been killing it for them.
True.
Yeah. I don't know the player very well, so I'm not going to be able to add much to this. Uruguayan international. I only got to really see him a little bit at the Copa America.
I saw my Copa America and like the last 3-4 games of Toluca.
Yeah, I watched him in Leagues Cup a little bit, and he seems good.
Dude,
he seems
Paulinho's
good.
game last night. What a heartbreak!
Legend stuff of legends.
Great goal by Paulinho, but then what a heartbreak.
Yeah, stuff of legends from Paulinho has quickly become a fan favorite. But yeah, from what I've seen of Araujo, he seems pretty good, and he's what? He's a fullback, right? He's a left fullback.
He's a winger. He's a fullback. He's weird. Yeah, sorry, sir. Go ahead.
It's okay. I mean, again, Amorim has shown he's not shy.
He's like the wing back role for us.
He's gonna fluctuate between winger and wing back, depending. I think. It's a good transfer, I think, especially if the rumors on the next guy we're going to talk about, Marcus Edwards, prove to be true.
Yeah.
But yeah, fair enough. Like I think it's a solid signing. It's nice that we actually decided to scout the South and Central America. They wanted to scout this side of the world for once because they haven't done that in what feels like forever. So to see them scout a South American guy playing in Mexico, Uruguay international, like it seems like it could be a very nice little piece of business.
I just don't get. I'm here for it. I'm excited for it.
Yeah,
I don't get it though, because how long is Nuno Santos realistically going to be out for? Unless we're hearing stuff in the background that like this suspension is going to be coming hot and heavy on him as well. Because I know he's injured. He's injured for at least the next few weeks.
He's out for another couple
weeks. This is basically Nuno Santos' spot. Caneda's been playing there currently, but Caneda I'm not worried about because we can move forward.
Yeah.
This guy can also play on the wing position, but I think he's gonna be our wing back at least. Every highlight that I've seen from him today, he looks more like a traditional winger, which we tend to play on the wing back spots. It's an interesting one for me because I'm not too sure exactly what we're planning here, unless we're also planning on moving Nuno Santos forward. But another thing,
that's where Nuno Santos started, right? Was up front
as a winger. Yeah,
you're a wing back now.
Yeah, but that's only because of how wide he likes to play, right? But then there's also Matheus Reis. Is he now a solidified right center back, right?
Yeah.
So I guess it's not. It gives you options to play with, and you're right.
Like Nuno Santos too many options though.
Yeah, Nuno Santos started as a winger, right, and then he moved to left wing back because, like you said, Danny, he plays extremely wide. He plays almost as wide as the bald spot on his head. So,
damn,
that's wide.
That's pretty wide. If you are watching the Sands play, it's wide. But yeah, I guess it gives you options. My assumption is he might, once Nuno Santos comes back, would probably move up as a winger and give them more depth up at the wing.
That's crazy.
Which is crazy.
But also not that crazy.
It's
Maybe
crazy,
we're losing
but
Edwards.
I was gonna say it's crazy, but not crazy because there's been some rumblings and some rumor mill about Marcus Edwards potentially being on the move. First time in really a while we've had any kind of like semi-concrete rumor of like an actual team entry. We just hear like, oh, teams are kind of interested. They're looking at him. Like, no shit. But yeah, knowing that Juventus have apparently like submitted an offer and asked.
I don't think they've submitted an offer.
All right, they've at least contacted. Like from what it's more than we've heard in the last year, which is just, well, this team's interested in them, but they haven't called Sporting for anything. So it's a little more concrete than what we're used to over the last little bit. I like Marcus Edwards, but I was of the opinion that at the end of last season, even before we started this season, that if someone's gonna go of kind of the big boys,
Amorim just doesn't really fuck with them that way.
no, you know what? He is a weird player, isn't he? He is a bit of a weird, enigmatic player. He is either like the best player on the pitch, or he makes you want to throw something at your TV or monitor. He is just such a weird guy. And I said at the start of the season and last season, if we got to move on from a quote unquote big boy, to me, he's the most disposable of the kind of core group of guys.
I just don't even know that they would pay $25 million for him. And we
that's
only
the
have
thing.
what,
His market value
of his pass.
His market value, like last year, really took a nosedive. I think.
Yeah, it did.
Like I think if we were talking this time last year, you're probably asking for closer to 30, maybe 35 with some add-ons. Like I think that like the last year he really tanked his value a lot, and I think 20 to 25 is.
And if he doesn't move, what's his role look like for us this season? The same as it was last year. Bench option.
he's gonna be kind of a bench option, sometimes starter, depending on the team and the game plan or injuries. Like, so I mean, I said I'm happy to see him go. I like the guy. Don't get me wrong. I'm happy to see him go though if they get some money off him.
I'm with you there too. I just feel bad for the guy also because I feel like he's warranted a bit more than what he's been given. Just because Amorim tends to go with Trincão a bit more.
Yeah.
At least more recently, because if we recall last season, I think he went with Edwards
he runs more
in the beginning
too,
at least.
which is not necessarily untrue.
Yeah, that is true. True. I just think I like Edwards more attacking, I'd say. But like you said, Rich, there's been frustrating games from Edwards, especially more recently. Especially since what's her name really started like repping Edwards
Little
hard.
Mommy, whatever.
Little Mommy
Barbs.
There you go.
Our favorite Sportingista female rapper.
Yeah.
She's also the only Sportingista
only
female
one,
rapper, we're pretty sure. But yes, I like the guy. He's just the last year.
But 25 million is way too small for who he is. We don't believe in English tax anymore. Like, what's going on here? I just seen fucking
come on
Calvert. What's his name? Dominic.
What even is
name from Bournemouth?
Is it 60% or 70%?
It's 70. It's we've had discussion. It's 70. I know for a fact it's 70 because we've had this discussion before.
17.5 million. I mean, what's the investment in him at this point?
14, was it not? Plus whatever his wages are.
In and around 14. So you're gonna make some profit.
Roughly break even.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. All right. That's ridiculous.
That feels like a shitty outcome, but kind of the best case scenario at this point.
Yeah, like I think if they had pulled the trigger last off season, you probably get 30 million for him, I would say. Yeah. Maybe 35 or 30 plus like 5 in bonus, but
I still think we can.
I think he needs to have a game. If he plays another game or two, he's got to go sicko mode.
We need a $30 million English championship deal.
That is true.
We need
some West Brom.
We need like a West Ham.
Don't you want him, West Brom?
We need like a West Ham or a Leicester to just be like, you know what, it's silly season. Let's go.
Come on, Sheffield United. You need a new record signing.
Yeah, exactly.
West
Ham's been buying way too well for them to look at Marcus Edwards.
Wrexham, where you at? Ryan Reynolds, hit us up.
League One.
I know you got that Disney Plus FX bonus. Streaming Netflix bonus, whatever the hell money.
Nah, fuck that.
But yeah, not much to add to this. Like, we'll monitor it, we'll keep an eye on this one because obviously there's a bit of smoke to the fire. An interesting one that popped up. Oh, first of all, this one right here. So
you guys want this one?
This guy right here. So Sporting also interested in Ryan. If you've not heard of him, it's okay. Neither have I.
I have.
He's from Vasco da Gama in the Brazilian league. The Brazilian league.
Are they in the top flight?
Yeah,
they are. They are. I'll tell you where I've heard of him. Football Manager 23. I had this guy for Borussia Dortmund. I had a Road to Glory career mode that I did. I was at Borussia Dortmund. No, Schalke had signed him. So I wanted to be petty since I'm
You'd
Dortmund.
sign
I
him
wanted
from
to sign
Schalke.
somebody from my biggest rival.
Nice.
So I signed
Nice.
this guy
That's a
at
classic.
like 23, 24.
Yeah.
He was all right, but he was better at Schalke. He had like 7.12 ratings at Schalke, came to Borussia, barely hit 6.8, sold him a year after. That's the only reason I know this guy. Shout out football.
All right.
You
I will say, like, Brazilian league has churned out some ridiculous
Of course.
talent the last like half decade to decade. So I would trust some judgment on this guy. And he plays for one of the well-known better teams in Brazil. So that's one to keep an eye on. Another Brazilian winger that we had our eye on, allegedly, is the great Vitor Roque.
Another one that just dropped out of nowhere. What the fuck?
Barcelona.
Was this alone?
Barcelona
Alone
just
from
has
what
no
we were
money.
saying, yeah.
Crazy. Almost like when you don't know. Almost like when you money launder, it catches up with you.
They probably have to make like a bunch of more signings before this happens, right?
Mhm.
Oh, I would assume so. But yeah,
Well, they actually
Barcelona's
made what of their transfers are actually done deals? Because
For
they have a lot of
Barcelona?
rumors. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Danny Olmo's
they,
the
they
only
signed
one.
Danny Olmo, but I
Oh,
don't
that's
think they
actually
can
a done
register.
deal. Yeah.
Yeah, Danny
they
Olmo's
can't
the only
register
one.
him yet. Though.
They're doing that shit again.
Yeah, it's
don't think they
lever.
can
It's
register.
the thing they just said. We have this thing called a lever, and I'm like, what is this fucking Emperor's New Groove? You're gonna pull the lever, Gronk? Like,
They can't register their new signings again, bro. What the fuck is wrong?
Bro, it's like you didn't learn the first time. You didn't learn. You did this for a month, all of last year, and you didn't learn. You deserve it.
Legend.
sorry.
Low key, I do. There's no rumor going on yet, but I just hope they sell Rafinha to like Man U or something because my boy needs to be freed.
Oh, you want to free your boy and send him to Man U?
Yeah, I know. It came out. It came out fucked up. He needs to be freed from one shit situation to another. But I believe in United this season.
That's like getting out. That's like getting.
What do you believe
jail
in?
and
Like fourth?
Yeah, that's
Fourth,
like
third,
getting out of. You want to free? He wants to free my guy from Barcelona and send him to Man United. That's like getting out of jail and then getting sent to war.
Low-key, but you know it is what it is.
And like, who wants to go to war?
Low key at the helm. Don't worry about it, boys. You guys will come back to this clip and see I was cooking something.
Yeah, we'll see about that. We'll see. I don't know about that, Chief.
But Vitor Roque, getting back to him, he's really good.
He's really good, and I like the guy. He's a really good player.
He came
He's
from,
a very sexy. He would be a very sexy, even for a loan signing, a very sexy signing. For this team, he'd be a name.
I fucked with him when he was in Cruzeiro. I've heard of him at least when he would play like Palmeiras, things like that. When he was getting that transfer to Barca, only 19. So I don't know in what world is that an Amorim signing at all, but cool.
Unless it's like a project signing for him.
Yeah,
maybe. He does love the odd random project signing. This would be the biggest of the project signings.
Yeah, if I'm Rodrigo Ribeiro, I'm punching the air right now though because we're going for a different type of 19-year-old.
Bro just put a hole through his wall reading the news today.
But I'm here for it though.
I'm not against it. It's an interesting signing. I mean, people do forget we got Champions League money coming in this year too.
Yeah. And I think the reason why we're now starting to go hard on different players, is because I think we've like officially like
we're giving it.
Gave up.
I think we're done with Leonidas or whatever.
Likely going to like Southampton.
No, we're not, dude. We're not done with Leonidas.
And we
have one more pushing us.
Actually, maybe at the halfway point.
Can we be done? Like we should have been done like 3 weeks ago.
I love tweeting updates about it because it gets people so angry.
I know it's you. I know it's you tweeting it. You're the one who went through the cycle.
Everyone gets so fucking mad. I love every update about it.
Bro,
I love getting them from even other countries. It's like, okay, Portuguese media is not going to do anything. All right,
we're going to
Greek media. We're going to translate. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, no, I'm tired.
Yo, apparently today, they're in Amsterdam for their Europa League playoff.
Europa League tie, yeah.
And the Sporting fans said, "Come to Sporting" to him.
Oh no!
Like in the airport or some shit, and he laughed. So
yeah,
I don't know what that means.
It's not off, baby. It's still on.
I don't know about you guys. That spells Jover to me. That's not a good sign.
Bro, look at this
shout
face.
out
This face
fan out in Amsterdam, man.
Facts. Does this face look like anybody that wants to stay in Panathinaikos? Hell no.
We're gonna be #bench watching tomorrow to see.
Yeah,
how
Yeah,
this
we're gonna
goes.
be hard.
Facts.
Chris will definitely be tweeting the bench updates for the Panathinaikos game tomorrow.
He has laced his cleats and grimaced.
He is wearing a.
He
He
has
is wearing
chatted
a
to a
br-
teammate and covered his mouth and laughed.
He has gone for the bright orange bib and not the training
Hopefully
jacket.
they lose.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
That would
if they
help us a
lose,
lot.
it would hurt the finance a bit.
What's
It
Yeah.
would make them
What's,
want to pick
what was
an
the
offer.
first leg?
They lost
They
1
drew, I
nothing.
think, or they lost. Okay, even better.
So draw does them no good tomorrow. They have to win.
Yep. And
Interesting.
they're on the road.
Mhm.
You're going to Amsterdam on the road. Yeah, no, that's
Oh yeah, it's Ajax as well.
Ajax. That's not a
How
very.
did Ajax
pleasant.
finish in a Europa League spot last year, bro? They were
They
like
started
They
bad.
were
They
in the
started
drop
bad
zone,
last
bro.
year. That's
They're
why
in the motherfucking drop
damn.
zone.
they were in the drop zone for like a month, and then they just went sick. But then they went sicko mode for like a month and a half and clawed
Not
it
really,
back.
bro. They were like drawing games still. I think that's what helped them.
They
Bet on them
ended
a
up-
lot,
they
bro,
ended up
because they were like like the underdogs for most games.
Yeah, they
Ajax
went.
sold me a
they-
lot of
they
money
got-
last season, bro.
They got a lot. They got a lot of results in the final in the home stretch to really leapfrog like all those teams. That's what they did.
Yes, yeah.
They got a lot of draws, yes, but they also got like some wins against teams they had to leapfrog.
Go Ajax.
So
Yeah.
we're
More
rooting for the
importantly, though,
Ajax
tomorrow
boys.
is Carlos Carvajal gonna lead his boys to a first win this season.
They
after
have to.
being in-
They have to get a result.
They got to get a
Yeah.
result, right? What was the first leg?
0-0.
0-0.
Oh, that's right.
Confidence must be at an all-time high over at Braga. Let me tell you.
Oh, it must be going. Dave, someone check on Dave Pereira.
He's fine. I think he he didn't outright tell me he's for this the move, but
But-
he did say like we
How
got
bad
him
of a manager
everybody
is
he
Daniel
wanted,
Souza?
and we didn't get a shot on target for like 70 minutes. Like it's time to go. But
How
I seen
bad
the
of a
Braga game that
manager,
they
dude?
drew.
How did he get Aruka to like 5th, dude?
He's a
Miracle.
great manager. Bro, they didn't give him enough time to like work the team. He also had a bunch of fucking old people there as well. Like
He's got
Braga's like low key a retirement home right now.
He has João Moutinho on that team. Like old.
Exactly.
Ballin'.
Exactly.
Like they had a back line. They had João Moutinho, Zef.
At least they got rid of
No,
Font,
Font
dude.
is left. Font is
I know
left,
Font's left, but they had him.
They
Like,
offloaded
bro,
his ass.
they thought they were cooking something grim. Like, yeah, you're cooking something to win the league 8 years ago. You're not cooking
Yeah.
something to win the league in 2024.
Estrella Amadora, though, they're gonna win the league 10 years
They're
ago.
cooking.
Yeah, still have an order. Really
They stole
cooking.
my boy. Nani. They stole a.
If this was
Riley
FIFA
ruled offside.
if this was a FIFA career mode in 2015, Estrella was going to be finishing in a Champions League spot with the team they're cooking
They win the
with.
league, bro. Miguel Lopes, Nani. What else did they got? Alan Ruiz, bro.
Rodrigo Pinho.
Pero.
Bahu, yeah, they're cooking. Look out. Yeah, they're cooking, but not in the present day. not present day. They're cooking with guys that would have cooked a long time
The food's
ago.
expired already.
Yeah, it's one of those things you forgot it was in the fridge. You're like, oh, that looks like it's gonna do some that could violate some stuff in the Geneva Convention if we release that. That's what they got cooking.
Let me ask you guys this real quick, because there's nothing
for
else
it.
really that I can think of.
There's not much other than that. If we were to
Upgrade
upgrade
one
one
position.
position,
What are we doing? I'm
Goalie.
saying we need a second striker.
striker, or I
least.
would have preferred a better goalie than Kovacevic,
Yeah.
but I'll say striker because we did technically get
Yeah.
at least make somewhat of an upgrade.
Kovac will
without
come
a
good.
move.
Kovacevic will come good.
I
I
think
hope
so.
so.
I just again, like I said last week, there's other goalies I maybe would have looked at for similar price point or cheaper. Both within the league and without, like I would have gone for my guy Older Richard, cut value. I would have maybe gone for
Andrew.
Andrew.
Andrew was close to saving a penalty this weekend against Porto.
The guy who was at
I'm a
Aruka
big
last
Luis
season.
Junior fan.
Luis
Jonathan.
Jr.
Yeah,
maybe not after this.
Yeah,
week,
the
Jonathan.
Roca guy wasn't bad.
Could have even looked like
but-
he could have even looked like MLS or like a Max Crepeau. Like he had a really good Copa America. Like I would have looked at him.
Dude,
and he would have
MLS
been
is
nice.
filled with signings.
Yeah,
That are just going to Europe for like 7 million random dudes, bro.
yeah. And I'm pissed because there's so many good ones. Like, man, that guy would have been good at Sporting actually for what these teams are paying for him.
That's
I'm
low
telling
key
you,
what the
people can rip on
Aroa is
MLS
not- I mean, Liga MX is an MLS adjacent signing.
Yeah.
Right?
People can rip on MLS all they want. Like some of it is warranted because it is kind of a weird league, but like there's good players there, man. Like scout the MLS. You can find some some good gems there for good, man. I'm telling you. Don't sleep on MLS unless it's Toronto FC. You could sleep on those bastards. They're useless to me.
All right.
Like we're so
Seen
like
worse from then last year.
Yeah.
last year was last year was bad. I think last year they would have struggled with like a house league team.
I don't get me started on TFC, man.
No, I want to get you started on TFC. Are we missing anything else? It wasn't really a newsworthy week. Just the one
really.
game to cover this week. We've
Just
made our
Nell re-signed, but I didn't think that was too important.
yeah. Is there and Modalidades are just kind of starting to warm up. Like I know we lost to Benfica, but we got a banger goal.
Jessica Silva from Benfica came to America.
Yeah.
Yeah, huge signing.
We might have a chance now.
Crazy, yeah.
It's definitely their best player.
that's-
Although our best player went to Liverpool.
She signed for
Yeah,
the
I
New
know.
Jersey, New York team.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, our best players, our Canadian representation left us again, Danny. Why the Canadians?
At least we
always-
got like 250K for.
We got good
Yeah,
money.
that was like considered like one of the
They got
highest. for
zero.
women.
They got fucking
they got
zero.
nothing. We got some funds. At least we can pay the team this year. We can pay some players this year. Yeah, not much really else. Pani Varela's futsal, like he left futsal. It was
Officially
announced. It was
Yeah.
confirmed last week he was leaving. Officially
Dropped an
announced
interview,
this
too.
week. So best wishes to him. We pretty much like a lot of that core futsal team's kind of going now. I'm thinking about it. There's not many of those guys left. Like
The only other
Ziki's-
thing that sort of made news, but we kind of talked on it too, anyways, was the kit and the green shorts. Really.
Oh yeah, we didn't talk about the kit this week, the green kit. So
more than this.
it's very green. It's extremely green, but I don't hate it.
Do you want
Yeah,
to?
me too.
I've thought about like what because I actually like the top, to be honest.
The top is really
Top's
nice.
fine. I don't mind it. The gold patch on it doesn't look bad either. It looks good.
Yeah.
I feel like that color doesn't like they don't have shorts for that color or socks.
Yeah, I think if the shorts and socks,
I
match-
was thinking, okay, maybe even if it was just the socks were the lime.
no, it needs to be the full on. It needs to be the
Full
full
lime?
ensemble.
Full lime?
I think for this one you commit and you go full lime.
I think full lime would be fine. We've had
Yeah.
full lime before on that like
Yeah.
2017-18 kit.
Yeah,
when
that's
we were-
a nice kit too. That was a
Yeah.
great year for kits. We had such nice kits that year all around. But yeah, I
so
think
I
you go
mean,
full
yeah, I
lime.
think it would look better than this, but that's not bad, I guess.
yeah, it's not the worst sporting kit of all time. We've had way worse kits than this. It's fine. I agree. I think the shorts and the socks kind of ruin it a little bit. I think, like you said, Chris, full line would probably look way better and do it way better justice than the full line with the traditional green for these shorts and socks. I
Which
do like how
is
for a
the
lot of our
accent
kits,
color on the lime, like the
yeah,
little triangle
Yeah.
are in
the
theory
little the print,
that
yeah,
green color, so
yeah.
it matches
Mhm.
that. I guess.
I do like that we are screwing around a little bit with like the monochromatic crests the last couple years. Like
Yeah,
the
dude, we
single
just
color
have
crest.
fully gone to it.
I'm
Uh,
fine with that. It looks
yeah,
way
no, I'm
better
fine with it
without
too,
the
dude.
yellow
Yeah,
lion.
me too.
I
As
would
I've
still-
tweeted about before, like the yellow line is technically a violation of the statutes, anyways. So
I've long
fine.
said that I'm fine with the monochromatic. I would love for us to go back to the one that's on the white away kit, the retro, or like even just a slightly updated version of that one would look really sick. But if they decide they want to keep moving forward with the current crest but leave it monochromatic, that's okay with me too.
yeah, we've been like full monochromatic the last 2 seasons,
Yeah,
and like
I'm
half
not upset.
monochromatic the season before that. So yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
true.
we're trending. We've trended that direction, which is fine by me.
Yeah, I think it's going to be kind of like a gradual. They might be doing like a gradual change into that, like Liverpool
Oh, we're
with their
here.
logo.
I think
but
we're here, bro.
All right,
We'll see. We'll see next
I'm
year.
here for it. I'm
We'll
here
see
for
next
it.
year, but like I feel like we're fully here, to be honest.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, we got Lojavier up here. Yeah.
We also have the jacket too. Like it's all there anyway. So.
Yeah, the jacket. A lot of the leisure wear is almost always pretty nice. So like zero complaints. Yeah, I just again, I just wish we had a traditional home kit, not necessarily the kit we have. And it's not because I hate the kit. We just that should be an alternate kit. If they had come with a normal home kit and then said this is the Strom kit tribute for this year, then I would have been like, okay, cool. It's a little weird, but
Special
okay.
tribute to Francisco Strom, man.
And some team in Ukraine. Also, I never realized because there's some of those captain's armbands. I never had to pay out on.
I was gonna say, who the fuck pays for this?
Sam said if I made a bet with Sam on the show, I don't know if you remember, Danny, that if Portugal won the Euros, I would have bought a captain's armband and done a show as a full kit wanker.
With the armband.
With the armband, I would have bought an armband too. That did not come to fruition.
Dude, the only people that I
could
think of that would ever buy that are like
Psychos.
The coaches for like Den of Lions.
Like, yeah, if you're like a sport thing, like wannabe house league or men's league.
Yeah, maybe, so it's like they're like a like a youth team. So it's like maybe like they would want a sporting captain's armband, but that's really, I don't know why anyone else would want.
Unless you like collect captain's armbands. I've seen stranger collections.
True,
but
one time my dad came back from Germany on a business trip, and he went to Dortmund. And that's what he got me. He got me a Dortmund captain's armband.
Where are you gonna wear that?
I was
that's
like,
amazing.
That's cool, I guess.
Cool.
I
like,
put it on like the corner of my bed on like one of the posts.
Yeah.
And I literally think it's still there at my parents' house. Because it's like, I mean, what else am I really supposed to do with it?
What can't you can't do anything with it? What do you do with a captain's armband?
But yeah, I mean, they're out there. They're out there for the collectors.
It's like the people who bought the league trophy replica. There's psycho. There's people out there that will just buy anything you put in front of them.
As of like a week
back
ago,
in stock. Here you go. Yeah, there's people out there that will buy anything that you put in front of them. Like they're not fussy. They will pay the dollars, the cents, the euros, the yen, the pesos, the pounds, whatever else you want to call it. They will pay the money for it because they're crazy like that. Anything else before we wrap up today, lads?
I'm good, boys.
All right. Well, we'll be back next week to review the Nacional game.
Hopefully, yeah. Actually, now that I think about it, it's probably good that we're going right now and just getting it out of the way. Hopefully,
I'd rather us not. I'd rather
the weather's gonna be nice.
Give me, let's get the island games out of the way now.
Yeah, so I'm cool. Let's just do it.
Like I'd rather take an island game from August to like early October than any time between November and April.
We say that Porto's also going to Açores this weekend as well. So
they're going to Santa Clara. We didn't talk about Benfica losing to Famalicão, by the way, really, which was hilarious in hindsight.
They didn't show up at all until
it was almost a carbon copy of the game that clinched us the league last season, as a matter of fact.
But I mean, I don't know about you guys. I got so much abuse when we blew that 4-3 lead. So from Benfica fans, so it only makes sense that it must have been Benfica that we played that day because they must have been tired. It's the only thing that makes sense.
We play Benfica every week. Don't you know that? According to some,
when we lose, not all Benfica we do. That's true.
I'm like, I've got a new Venezuelan.
But there's a few loud ones that think that way. We play them every week.
But being serious, Famalicão look good this year. I think they can capitalize on.
They got Sam stability. Let's go.
Yusuf is still good too. That Yusuf guy in the midfield there.
Luis Jr. That orange goalkeeper kid with the blue accents looked nice.
Yeah, that was actually.
I'm a big fan of the Famalicão kits. It's very simple.
The Puma kits,
Macron kits are always nice.
No, dude, they're Puma now.
No, they're Puma now.
Are they Puma now?
Yeah, they got Puma kits this year.
I don't remember. Puma kits are alright too. They're kind of hit and they're good. They didn't have a lot of turnover. You know what? They didn't have really a lot of turnover from last season this year either. It's kind of the same, mostly the same team.
Yeah. Gustavo Sá, like I said, played well. Amorim coined them the Brighton of Portugal last season. I think that fits them to a T. They're just here to develop players, cause some havoc in the meantime.
Maybe make a run somewhere if there's an opportunity. Fair.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, Guimarães with a good 1-0 win this weekend as well, but I'm looking at Famalicão to hopefully fight for that fifth spot at most, So
Yeah,
we'll
Guimarães
see.
has also been cooking low-key in the Conference League. It looks like a Portuguese team might actually give a shit about Conference League this year.
Let's not get too ahead of ourselves because they can easily blow the next
Oh,
tie
for
and
sure.
They
keep
get
up the
also-
tradition of no Portuguese teams in the Conference League. Like,
They are up 3-0 right now, so they could even still blow it tomorrow.
You could still
they can
blow
still
it.
blow it, bro.
Crazy,
But if
crazy
they win-
things have happened.
If they win, they're good. They're through now, right?
No,
Or
they
there's
still
not
won't
They
be
another-
have one
there's still
more
one
qualifying
right?
round. Somehow they have one more qualifying
Oh,
round,
right. That's right.
which is
because
crazy
even,
to me that there's
uh,
that
Getting
many
the third
qualifying rounds
qualifying
for the
round.
Europa Conference. No, just the Conference League. They took out the
No,
Europa.
they took away Europa.
They took away Europa.
Oh,
It's
did
just
they?
the Conference League.
Yeah,
Good. It's better for
that's
branding,
better.
anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The UEFA Europa Conference League.
it's kind of
Bit of a
lot of
mouthful
words.
there.
That's like that guy's fantasy.
No one even
soccer
called it that.
name.
People just called it the conference.
Conference
Well, on
League.
this app, it's still called the Europa Conference League.
Which
so-
app is that? Is that Live Soccer TV?
No,
Yeah,
this is
that's an
Forza.
ass name, bro. Yeah,
Forza
I think they
Football
did actually drop
Conference
that.
League.
Yeah, I'm
That's
pretty
pretty
sure
good.
they dropped it officially, but yeah.
Yeah, UEFA Conference League, according
Yeah.
to Google. So we're here for
Yeah.
it.
Good
Fair.
Still
Good shit-
abbreviated
good shit
as
marketing team.
UECL.
Yeah, good shout on the UEFA marketing team on that one. They did something kind of right for once.
Yeah.
All right. If that is everything officially, that has been your Strompcast for this week. We'll be back next week to review the Nacional game, which for the first time in forever looks like it will not just be a fucking monsoon. So God
Yeah.
bless. We're hoping
We
weather
hope.
weather can change between now and Saturday.
New hurricane
follow-
blowing.
Follow the boys. Follow Sam. Even though Sam couldn't be with us, follow Sam
Shout out
Fonseca
Sam.
below.
Sam in the motherland.
Follow my boy Danny Saldana on X. Follow Chris. Follow myself if you want. Most importantly, follow us at All Things Alvalade, AT Alvalade. That is where we will be putting all updates for when we're going live. If we have a video going out, any sporting news and rumors, you can follow us on there. Make sure you like and subscribe, whether it's on YouTube, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcast from. We appreciate the heck out of it. We will see you next time. Take care, ladies and gentlemen. Have a good evening, and viva sporting.